What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin. So I only have like 12 minutes to review two movies. Oh, 11 minutes now. So I'm not going to go into the cast or who directed it. Well, in the second one, I know two actors. In the first one, I only know Axel Henny. So I'm reviewing two films, two Finnish action films, Sisu 1 and Sisu Road To Revenge, which, oh my god, which are both Finnish World War II action films. Well, like the second one takes place after World War II. They're both about this ex Finnish commander named whose nickname is the Immortal because his family was butchered by Russians, and it became like this legendary one-man army, a soldier, execution squad, whatever. Who in the first film just wants to be left alone with him and his dog. They're gold mining. They're panning for gold. He finds a shitload of gold only to run into like a squad of Nazi soldiers because the first one takes place during Finland when Finland was occupied by the Nazis. Which the main villain in that film was Axel Henny, who was in a great World War II film. I forget what it was called, but yeah, it was a great World War II film where he plays like a saboteur. So that's a cool one if you haven't seen it. I need to see Afropod. I heard that one's good too. It was on fucking Tubi, but it's probably gone now. It stars Cillian. That one stars Cillian Murphy and the guy from 50 Shades of Grey, not 50. What the fuck did I say? I don't fucking 50 Gays of Shade. What the fuck? Oh my god, I don't know what the fuck I said. Oh my god, fuck me. This is retarded. So which is like, how the fuck did he reunite with his dog from the first film and the second film? Because in his first one, he fucking crashes in a plane, dude, and somehow reunites with his dog afterwards, which I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was like watching the first one, I'm like, what the fuck? If they kill the dog, I'm gonna be pissed. Only to remember, oh yeah, the dog was in the trailer for the second one. Yeah. Somebody looked in my direction, so they can probably hear me. Oh, which the movie is like a crazy, wild action film. That is unbelievable to... Holy shit, dude. At one point, he pulls up like a hubcap or some fucking shit while Nazis are shooting him with machine guns and is using it like as a Captain America shield. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit was fucking crazy. Yeah. And the second film, there's even more crazy shit. Like he equips like a tank with dynamite and tries to ignites the dynamite so he can jump over a barricade, only for that not to work. So it's like, thank God the movie is somewhat not retarded. But there's a lot of retarded action scenes, which I forgot to mention in the first film. The Nazi soldiers also have like a truckload filled with women that they are being used as sex slaves of Finnish women, which the movie, both films, they speak English, except for the scenes where the character speaks Finnish. Okay, because I guess these movies were somewhat for like a mainstream audience, right? Kind of like Luc Besson films. So that was interesting. Except for like in the second fucking film, they didn't subtitle the Finnish part because I'm like, I guess because it was like near the end of the movie, so they're like, fuck it, dude. Oh my Christ. Let's talk about the second movie. The second movie is a little bit more interesting because it has Stephen Lang and Richard Brake. Richard Brake from like Rob Zombie films. He was in Batman Begins, and Stephen Lang as is the villain from the Avatar films, which is like, holy fuck, he looked old as fuck in this movie, but still looked more in shape than the main character. Which the main character is like, there's scenes where they try to show off how how ripped he is, and it's like, dude, this is a geezer, man. Holy fuck. Which is like, I want to go on a rant saying like, yeah, geezer action films, in my opinion, only fucking work if they're with stars where they were in action films when they were younger. So it's like almost like a nostalgia fucking thing, right? That's why the fucking Bruce Willis action films where the guy can barely remember his lines because he has like some mental illness do better, where like films like this, I don't even know why they do so well, honestly, because it's like the movies, it's a crazy action film filled with gore and shit, but like the gore, I'm pretty sure at times was CGI. And especially the scene where like Stephen Lang character dies, which I don't want to spoil, but it looks so fucking retarded, dude. It looks so fucking fake, dude. Oh my god. Which is, what the fuck was that train carrying, like a big fucking nuke or whatever the fuck it was? Like, holy fuck. I don't fucking know. But the story for the second film, I'll go into it, but is about that, like, Finland lost land to Russia because it was part of their agreement. They were allies during World War II, and it was part of the agreement, even though they used to be at war with each other, obviously. Or why? How the fuck would the main character lose his family to Russians? Where in this movie, you find out it was the Stephen Lang's character who was in prison, who was the guy who killed his family, and because the main character went back to his hometown, which happened to be in like newly occupied Russian territory. He tears his house down, which that was a fucking sad scene where like the dog is happy to come home. He goes straight to his dog house, and the guy tears down the house. Tears down the house. There's a scene where he cries, but you don't really see tears. That was retarded. But like he tears down the doghouse, and like, oh man, holy fuck. Which I'm sure if there's a third film, oh yeah, he does reunite with the dog. I'm like, well, how the fuck did he find the dog again? I don't fucking know, but he did. But yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a third film. Sorry, I'm checking the time. But yeah, so like what ends up happening is he's taking his like every piece of lumber from his old house and is trying to take it to Finland so he can rebuild the house again. Only to get hunted down by Stephen Lang's character, who's promised by a Russian officer played by Richard Brake that, hey, if you kill or capture the immortal, you'll go home a rich man or whatever. I'm not gonna do the Russian accent, but whatever. So you have like all these action scenes that are very reminiscent of of Mad Max films, only for the climax of the movie to take place on a train. Which some of the action scenes on that train are like, holy fuck, dude, insane, dude. Like a dude gets his hands blown off, and it reminded me of films like Craig Exar films, fucking 13 Days in Benghazi, or what, 13 Soldiers of Benghazi. I forget what the fuck that movie was called. The 13 Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. That movie was a great fucking film, by the way. If you haven't seen it, it's like Michael Bay's like last great film. Which, does he even make films anymore, or did he retire? Yeah, that fucking sucks, dude. Make more movies, dude. I think his last movie bombed. He's like, now I only produce films. Fucking hell. Michael Bay. I didn't like the Island, but Michael Bay's movies are pretty good actually. Like Pain and Gain. The Transformers movies, you can take it or leave it, but I would say the Transformers movies are at least better than most of the fucking MCU films nowadays. Yeah, but whatever. So back to this fucking film, which the movie has a happy ending where like a bunch of people show up to his house, and he picks up a pickaxe, which is his favorite weapon of choice. And you think he's gonna fight? He thinks he's gonna fight these dudes, but like, oh, they're just like his neighbors who want to help him rebuild his house. So like, oh, that was a nice ending. So the movie has crazy action scenes by this geezer, old man. There is some dark humor, but not really. There's there are some really retarded lines. Like, you could take a shot at every time, like, Stephen Lang says motherfucker in the second film, and you'll probably get drunk. I don't fucking know. Both movies, I don't know. Both movies are mid to me. And like I said, like, unless you're somebody like, geezer action films, to me, only work if it stars like old hand, like action, like an old aging action star or whatever, and that's when it work. At least in my opinion. But so if you like the first Sisu film, you'll probably like the second Sisu film. And unless you're already old, then you'll probably like this film, because I think the old people like these films, and that's why they do well. Because they like to think like, oh, at 60 years old, I can still kick ass. It's like, go for it. That's it for this review, guys. Peace out.